Okay, so good evening. My name is Ethan Millick, and I'm the president of the Undergraduate Student Government. So as we are all aware, in the spring semester of 2020, the entire world was devastated by a terrible pandemic that we know as COVID-19. COVID-19 has now cost almost 300,000 American lives and has caused much more devastation, including sickness, job loss, and exacerbating economic hardships such as homelessness and hunger. Uh, so this pandemic has been so bad that in the spring 2020 semester, the City University moved all academic courses online or to some form of distance learning modality. This policy, while ultimately the best decision, left the students completely vulnerable and without the necessary conditions for them to succeed academically, let alone a vast majority of students were and still are worried about their health and wellness, the health and wellness of their families, and also possibly losing their job and their income. So this sudden change in the academic model was causing so much of a disturbance that CUNY acknowledged the need for a flexible grading option and implemented the credit no credit policy to be recognized for the spring 2020 semester. This new policy was extremely beneficial, and I know it was very helpful to many students, including myself. I was able to utilize this policy to feel much more comfortable about my overall academic transcript while still receiving the credits I feel that I rightfully earned. So unfortunately, even now, there is still a continued rise in COVID cases in the United States, from 1,800 new cases a day in March to 46,000 a day in October to a disturbing 175,000 a day by late November. Because of these numbers and in the best interest of everyone, the university has continued to operate using an online or distance learning format. More recently, the CUNY administration has even released a memo giving very clear instructions explaining how it is up to the individual college president, with advice from their college governance bodies, to determine which one of three policies will be implemented. I and my fellow student leaders, on behalf of the 14,000 undergraduate students at Brooklyn College, humbly ask that you vote to endorse our resolution that is presented before you today without amendment and without delay. As you can see, this resolution gives no conditions or exceptions when it comes to empathizing with the plight of students and making sure that they are given the best, most humane option possible when it comes to their academic experience. And therefore, we want this resolution to reflect a push for President Anderson to choose option one that was presented by the CUNY administration and to pass the credit no credit policy without conditions. So we are asking that you make it clear that you understand this is not a normal time and that you, as leaders of this institution, respect the autonomy and intelligence of the students while also recognizing their concerns as an equal partner in the shared education experience that this institution provides. Although we understand the concerns of half of the faculty council and we respect their advice to go for option two, we want to remind the faculty and this body, which is the most senior governing body in Brooklyn College, that option two is not just preventing students with a CR from moving forward, but also takes away the credit no credit option from those classes completely. We want the members of this council to understand that we are not just cattle to be processed, but we are parents, workers, caregivers, partners, educators, and we are vulnerable members of this community. And we ask that you appreciate our effort to continue our higher education, even during this absolutely outrageous time. Please do not be on the wrong side of history, and please vote yes on this resolution, which, as you can see, does not contain any conditions, as we interpret our resolution to represent option one as it has been presented by the CUNY administration. Please vote yes to recognize this resolution and to recommend it to our college president for her to take further action. Thank you, and I now yield to the chair.
Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate your passion and how extraordinarily pointed and articulate that speech was.